So, just taking a moment near St Paul's in a wee garden, and yeah, finally finished the week. It was a long week, a bit of a slog with everything that needed to be done, but we got there in the end, And I guess I had some troubles during the week with my train ticket, where I swapped phones on this new phone here, and I had a season ticket on my old phone, a weekly season ticket, and I'd forgotten, even though I knew that you can't transfer these season tickets. You have to just use them on one phone. But anyway, so I'd already wiped my old phone, and I'd only just realised again when I was near the train station, so started messaging them online because they wouldn't refund it in the ticket office. It had to be done online. So then I messaged them. They said, "Oh, anything can be done today, and it'll take 10 days for us to open a case and look at a refund potentially. But that's all you have to do. You'll have to get a new ticket." So I got a new ticket, and obviously it was short notice before getting the train, and it was all chat. So I was getting a bit stressy with that, but remaining polite on the chat. And ultimately, there's nothing I could do about it. It's like outside my control. They've said that it takes 10 days to go in and look at it, so I'll just have to do it. Accept that and get a ticket. And so I did. Travelled yesterday, and then this morning I was about to buy a ticket again because I thought it was going to be 10 days for them to look into that. And I opened up the app to buy a new ticket for today, and my old weekly season ticket was active and could be activated onto this phone. And I was like, what's going on here? And so on the chat they basically said you can't do anything about it, it has to go off and could be 10 days. And what's happened is they've reactivated it when they've looked at that case, but they've not emailed me, But anyway, so both yesterday I could have got really agitated by that process and then probably ruminated on it and got really stressed. And I was stressed for about 15-20 minutes, but what I did is I just kind of decided to accept that that's what's happened. There's nothing I can really do about it given what they've said. I'll have to buy a ticket. And then I just went and got myself a kefir yogurt and drank that, and then I went on the train and I listened to some relaxing music, that I like, that puts me to sleep, which is XX Intro, the hour-long version, which is like a looping track that just sends me to sleep. Sometimes I'll listen to XX Angels, which is another one. And that's always chills me out, so I kind of had a sleep then and just KO'd. Instead, I could have ruminated on that for the whole journey, got really agitated and annoyed, messaged them even more about it all, and probably achieved very little with that, and just stressed myself out and worn myself out. Got to work in a more stressed state, not rested, and yeah, who's to know? So then this morning when I saw that, I could have got agitated by the fact they didn't email me, which I was agitated by for a minute, because they should have emailed me probably to say this is the outcome of that, and here it is and it's active again, because obviously they're not going to refund it then, are they? And I could have got annoyed by the fact that they could have done that yesterday and I wouldn't have had to buy a ticket. But I just did this kind of radical acceptance on that. It is what it is. There's nothing can be changed for that. They're not going to refund me tomorrow, that's for sure. If they've activated my weekly, and they're not going to refund me either, so I might as well use it. So I'll just use it. So I just went and used it today. And instead of dwelling on that and starting a big row and a complaint about it all and all this, which is probably not going to get anywhere looking at the thing of it. And even if it did, it would take many probably emails and raising tickets and all sorts of chaos and stress, with no guaranteed outcome on it either. So I'm kind of just going to leave that, and instead I just kind of had a chill, did some emails, posted some things, messaged some people, listened to some tunes, had a little rest on the train, And it's that thing of like, we've got choice points where we can ruminate or get agitated on things for extended periods of time, and all that's going to do is stress me out, make me ill, probably upset my stomach, you know, tire me out, you know, put me in a grumpy mood. And so I just listened to some tunes instead and cracked on with other things and just moved my attention to other things. And knowing that I was getting a bit annoyed about that, then it's kind of thinking, well, what helps me feel chilled out? So I listen to some tunes, you know. So there's that aspect of just sometimes when we could escalate things with our thought processes, we could choose to do something else that we know chills us out, you know. Yeah, but anyway, happy Friday to folks, and have a good one.